Hello everyone, this is going to be the most unofficial, I don't know, the worst Crash Course history ever. I'm going to be talking about the Battle of Yorktown. And so the Battle of Yorktown is arguably one of the most important and the most pivotal battle in the entire American Revolution. And so this battle basically ends the Revolutionary War because it's like the last major battle. Story begins in 1775. America has just begun fighting in the Revolutionary War. The American army, led by General George Washington, has revolted against the British to gain independence. Over the course of a few years, the British and the Americans have fought in bloodshed battles, which neither side having an upper hand on the war. That all started to change around 1779. The British generals thought they could start attacking from the south to the north of the colonies because loyalists were abundant in southern colonies in states of Georgia, South Carolina, etc. By 1780, General Cornwallis had seized many important southern cities like Charleston and Savannah. I believe they are here and here. And tensions began between the Americans and British rose significantly as the British tried to advance north into Virginia, which the colonists didn't like.
The British were actually pretty smart in their tactics of trying to win the war. They didn't fight directly with the Americans, but instead attacked the southern colonies first. This way, the British gathered up as much resources as they could and eventually launched a full-on attack on the Americans.
By this point, George Washington and his army has been fighting in the Revolutionary War for over 6 years. Their army was exhausted, and George Washington knew that he had to take action, otherwise he would basically never have the chance to earn his freedom. So he decided to partner up with French General Rochambeau, and they joined forces, and together they made a daring plan to seize back Yorktown, Virginia. So in August of 1780, the French and American armies began their journey to Chesapeake Bay, which they joined a French fleet of 24 ships going to Yorktown, Virginia.
You know, General Cornwallis was like,
"Oh my goodness, the Americans and French are coming. What should we do? We don't have enforcements. We need help. Like, what are we doing? I don't know."
All was too late for Cornwallis. By September, Washington and Rochambeau's armies have already arrived at Yorktown, along with the French naval fleet essentially surrounding the city of Yorktown with General Cornwallis inside, which is really bad for him. On October 19, 1781, the British army at Yorktown, deprived of food and supplies, surrendered to George Washington, and at exactly 2 o'clock, I believe, General Cornwallis sent a drum boy and an officer waving a white handkerchief to signal surrender. It was that moment it would change the course of the American Revolution, and the total number of British prisoners taken was around 8,000, along with 240 guns, and George Washington's army had turned the tide of the American Revolutionary War. And it also marked the last major battle.
Interestingly enough, Cornwallis did not attend the surrender ceremony. Usually the generals of opposing armies would meet up and sign an agreement. However, Cornwallis claimed that he was ill and could not meet up in person, but most historians agree that Cornwallis was probably just too humiliated to agree on a surrender. Instead, he sent his second-in-command General Charles O'Hara to represent him, and yeah, that was it.
Well, that's it! The Battle of Yorktown marked the conclusion of the last major battle in the American Revolutionary War, and the start of a new independent nation called
The United States of America.
The Treaty of Paris was signed around 1783, which basically recognized the American independence from the British, and Washington's reputation as a great leader and a general increased significantly, and that was basically why he was also the first president of the United States. That's this picture. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.